Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great trading session and a great morning so far. I said that backwards. Hope everyone enjoyed their holiday and their time off from trading if you decided not to trade on Friday. Did not look at news for the session. All right, news for the session this morning. We have 8:45 low impact news and 9 a.m. high impact news. I have to see if that news indicator will start working again. It just kind of stopped out of nowhere at one point. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? How was your weekend? Where is my... All right, so I am on a 32 tick chart right now. Hopefully it's not too small of a chart. I think we'll be all right. Let me look at a 1 minute chart real quick. It's honestly hard to tell, but I think I'm gonna stick with it though. $16. 64. Might be a little too big of a... Probably should be on a smaller tick chart, honestly. A lot of doing nothing. It was great. Sometimes that is the best time. Yeah, I'm gonna try, I think, to stick. Yeah, let's try to stick with it. Oh, I'm so stupid. Fuck, hold on. Damn it, I forgot to change that chart. Damn it. All right. Ain't talked to you in hella long. Good morning, FP Joe. How have you been? Good morning, good morning. All right, we have VWAP up here. I'm not trying to trade into that. I've been kind of MIA a little bit, just a little off and on, but I think I'll be okay now. Needed a little break and yeah, I think I'm gonna, I forgot that I never finished my order flow experiment of looking at the volume of the swings. I never finished it. I got like halfway done, but then last week I was experimenting with only trading volume only. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Life is life in a little bit. It was, but I'm feeling a little bit better, honestly. Took a minute, but yeah, I'm feeling better. I just needed a break. Part of it was life in, part of it was I've been 1000% miserable for the last 2 years that I've been trading on YouTube, trying to have like a normal sleep schedule where I sleep at night, you know, and I'm up during the day. I'm a natural night owl, so it just does not work for me. Um, yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I switched my sleep schedule back to pretty much being up all night. I may take like a hour and some change break at night, but aside from that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much it. I'm usually like up during the night and it just works for me. I can't go to sleep like a normal person. I never have been able to. So, yeah, it just was miserable for me. But I'm good now. So, like last night, I was up till probably like, well, this morning, up until maybe, I think I fell asleep at probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, woke back up at about 4:30. So, a little hour and a half nap. But I was asleep for quite a bit during the day. So, it just works for me. It just does. All right, VWAP's right there. But yeah. For whatever reason. Oh, that's why. No. Trying to fix something. And why does this keep... All right. I think that's fixed now. Yeah, that should be fixed now. No, it's not. A couple minutes before the low impact news, for whatever reason. Maybe that fixed it. Oh, well, that's nice, Amelia. Interesting. Just like me, sleeping problems. Yeah, I've always had issues sleeping whenever I'm trying to sleep during the day. Like, even when I was working as a nurse, I always worked during the night shift because it just works better for me. Yeah, I'm just not a morning person. Like, if I could trade during, let's say, London or something, I would 1,000, 1,000,000 bajillion% do it. Absolutely. I would absolutely do it. But I can't. So I don't mind being up early as long as I can sleep during the day. So I try to go to sleep, I don't know, usually around 11 o'clock or so, and sleep till about 6 or so. And it usually kind of works out for me. All right, I still cannot see. Why is it doing this? I don't know. It's about to piss me off. All right, we'll stop for news. Interesting with the Tradeify. Did they replace the advanced accounts yet or no? Got a set of accounts that have announcements on the 3rd, I think. Not what feels like monthly changes. Shade. No, but for real. Oh, I can do it up there. Oh yeah, I am gonna have to do that actually. Gotta go back zoomed in a little bit. Well, a lot of it. So I can't put that over there, then I won't be able to see. You still like Lucid better? I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with any prop news, honestly, because I feel like none of it really affects me since I'm still just like where I am in my own process. Interesting. I'm very interested to see how this ends up. Because I mean, the only is the only company that's doing daily payouts TPT? All right, one more minute and then I can trade again until the 9 a.m. news. Oh yeah, trade day. I do forget about them. No, that is true. They are like TPT, except trade day is a 7-day eval instead of 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the only difference. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it is. Oh, maybe it's because the what a push. This is a 300 tick move. Only thing that sucks being on this larger chart, you don't get as many reversal bars. We have a deal this Black Friday. You hot? You like trade day? I never really looked into them. I just hear a couple of people talking about them, but I know when people go for the daily payouts, they're okay with just TBT, trade day, and then having like maybe a couple of accounts at one other company just to have, you know, the ability to leverage, and that's really it. I feel like I don't know. I might lose this. Oh, sorry guys. Trying to get the rotation off the low and the VWAP, but nope. If this goes up from here, I'm gonna be irritated. At least just go down. Oh my god. Okay. That's pretty annoying. I definitely cannot put my stop loss that far out. Yeah, that's too far. I just gotta live with that loss. Really, I would like to not be on such a big Renko size, but whatever, I guess. That was ass. All right, we do have 9 a.m. High impact news coming up. That loss just irritated me. And why? Oh, I bet you. Damn, that's on my other charts. That's on my other charts. Nope, not yet. Not still on a turkey high. Girl, let me tell you something. So I made a duck, a whole duck. I got it from the Asian market for like 15 bucks for about a 4 pound duck or whatever. So I made that, and I made peach cobbler, and I made like a mashed, I call it a sweet potato casserole, but just regular sweet potatoes mashed up with cinnamon, nutmeg, a little bit of brown sugar, put marshmallows on top, do a second layer, put it in the oven so the marshmallows, melt. So anyway, so I guess none of my family has ever had the sweet potatoes that way. Normally my grandma makes sweet potatoes, but she does it the regular way, of cutting the sweet potatoes, and they're like in big chunks, big circular chunks. And so I just wanted to do things different because I prefer it the other way. So my sister's boyfriend was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's sweet potatoes." He like, so he waited to his second plate to get some. So he was trying to eat it all dainty, like, I don't know about this. He tore that shit up, went for a second plate and everything. He got up talking about, "Your puree was good." I'm like, stop playing with me. Calling it a damn puree. The duck, there was basically nothing left on it. I was able to eat what little bit was left the second day, and that was it. The peach cobbler, I made a pretty big pan. Only half of it was I only had half of it left, and a couple of like, if it didn't snow the next day, people would have came back for like seconds of everything. So I would say it was a success. We didn't have a whole lot of food left over. Um, yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was cool. It was the same way instead of sweet potatoes. Yeah. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Yeah, I like it that way. I'm a texture person, and sometimes I don't like things that are like big and mushy, or even small and mushy. Like, I don't know. It's just a texture thing. Like, I don't like peas. I don't like bananas. I just don't like things that are like that. Like, even when it comes to potatoes, I don't like baked potatoes. I want it to either be fried, well, fries, or I need to be mashed. No in between. I don't like the mushiness. So it worked for me. It's delicious in any form. True, very true, very true. I like sweet potato anything. Like, I would prefer sweet potato fries over regular fries. I am kind of mad that I'm on this bigger chart. I'm not gonna lie. All of the moves are so massive. Like, this is a 200 tick move right now. From, excuse me, the entry all the way down here. And see, this would have been a pullback on a smaller chart. This would have been a pullback on a smaller chart. So it's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. I think it's more annoying that I got stopped out of that trade just for price to go. It's the worst way to lose. Matter of fact, price pushed up 106 ticks from my entry. I think I got stopped out by like an extra 2 points, or it went 2 points beyond my exit, my stop loss, and then went up 106 ticks. How nice. Just pumping before news, yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop for this 2 minutes and see what happens. Hopefully we don't start getting a data lag after the high impact news. Zone out a little bit. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll keep that there. It's cool. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Trenches and Janelle, how was you guys' holiday? I don't know where Applejacks is. I haven't a clue. For those just tuning in, I'll show you guys the trade that I took that I got stopped out of. So, change from a downtrend to an uptrend. Pretty big pullback, but considering there was 11.3 volume on the trend up, coming down 2.8 is not that bad. I mean, it was more than the previous swing down, but I was looking to buy here. We have a support level. We have the previous, I guess it would be Friday's low. We have the, what is this? The prior open there. There was just a lot of support here. So, and the VWAP, the middle VWAP level was there. So I was hoping we pushed, and we did. But after I got stopped out first. So that's the only trade I've taken so far. I am on a 32 tick chart, so the reversal bars are a lot more few and far between compared to what I'm used to on a 20. I had a feeling I probably should have went to a 24 or a 28, but it is what it is. It is what it is. This is what the trade looked like on a time-based chart on a 1 minute chart. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? What did Trenches do to you? Is it sports related? Oh, Lord. How was your Thanksgiving with Link's family? Tell us, tell us. Even though you said they love you already, which we already knew. Good morning, Diego. How are you this morning? Look, Amelia, all you had to do was speak them up. That's all you had to do. Let's see. Now he knows what he did. Come on. Thank you. Finish this message. All right. That was a simple little pullback. I was gonna say, I don't know about this ending with a double top, but well, that changes things a little bit. All right, sorry, I gotta go back. Capture the type of chart you're trading on your journal 32-ver. Yes, I do. I do, VJax. So one thing that is a good thing is that no matter what Renko size I'm using, the results don't change. I have some data that's from a 16 tick chart, some from a 24. I haven't used the 28 very much. I've used the 32. Back when Trump was first in office, I used a 40. And yeah, I just noticed that nothing changes when it comes to the results. So that is a good thing. But yeah, I will make note of when there's a different Renko size. I definitely do. Some food was popular not too long after we started eating because some was sick. He threw up on the way back. Oh no. Is he feeling better now? Does he know you still call him Link? But yeah, so who was that? VJax? I usually make note of the difference in the Renko sizes. And I also will, like, if I'm trying something new, I'll have a totally different analysis sheet so that I know, like, I'm trying something different, because that's super important to me as well. So I try to keep things separate. Like, even I have one analysis sheet for bid ask, one for up down tick. When I tried volume only, I had a totally different analysis sheet than when I was doing order flow. So that kind of helps me to track what's working and what's not. I'm super analytical, so I do stuff like that. Even in gaming, I do stuff like that. Like, my friends, they laugh at me because when I just made my new player on 2K on the basketball game, and I was trying to find a shot, I like have a sheet of paper where I had what shot it was, what the blends of releases and all in the base and all this other stuff, what my shot percentage was when I first put the shot on. And then that way I can see, like, oh, well, when I switched to this shot, I was shooting 65%, but now I'm shooting 60%. So clearly this shot doesn't work. I'm like super analytical. I'm a little, yeah. So, but I feel it's a blessing and a curse. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's just like, girl, get it together. But yeah, it works over time. It's just very time consuming, which can be annoying. So Applejack, speaking of tea, did you see the new data that's out about all the microplastics that are in your tea because of the tea bags or whatever? I just saw something about that this morning. So they were saying that, it's best to use loose leaf tea, basically. Did you see that? I will have to find it. I think I saw it on Twitter. Oh, shoot. And it went. Oh, don't do that to me. All right, let's see. At least when it loses, it's completely losing. I think I gotta look back at the I don't know. Korean barbecue Saturday though. How was the Korean barbecue? No wonder the market went down. Jesus. Depending on who I'm talking to, homeboy, your friend, your brother-in-law. Okay, I feel you. I do the same thing. You're super analytical too. VJax is quite. They want me to do more work. Well, that's what they're paying you for, ma'am. I'm kind of mad at that. Let's see. So what am I back down? 250. All because of the one trade I got stopped out of nowhere. It's very annoying. Now the question is, maybe it's just that. Thought we were gonna close up there. I can kind of see why that last trade doesn't work well. Just from a thought process of how order flow works, kind of makes sense. I'm trying to buy at the resistance VWAP level and the point of control is in the wick. So anytime the point of control is in the wick, because of the way the reversal bars on Renko's paint, it usually means that the market's not accepting the new price, because if it did, the point of control would be in the body and not the wick. So based on that and what the volume looked like, it kind of makes sense why that wouldn't work as well for that particular trade. Yeah, I could see why. What's the trade I missed or I lost earlier? Let's see if I can find it real quick. All right. .7. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Oh yeah, Applejacks, you tripping. Took my open drive trade, but that said I'm not mentally able to trade today. Totally understandable. Don't even put your capital at risk. That's one of the good things about having a trade you can do at the open. You can literally take the rest of the day off if you need to. Absolutely. Not a fan. It's okay. Now, Paul, why was you trading that account on Thanksgiving? That's the real question, sir. Just why? Because of why? I made some cream corn last night. I haven't had cream corn in so long. God damn it. You was low-key bored, Paul. We need you to find something to do when you're bored and not put payout accounts at risk. Payout meaning you have a PA and you can get a payout. Even if it's a brand new PA, sir. Oh, that's why you have to get the cheap evals. Exactly. Exactly. 641. I wish I could. I can't do that. That's cool. Almost. Delta stayed negative. Jerk chicken, smoked turkey, and cornbread. Ooh, Applejack. Wait a minute, Applejacks. Have you still been kickboxing? Cause that sound like a whole lot of. I don't see them in meal prep videos. Ma'am. Let us know something. Paul, shut up, please. Please. Not today. I give a fuck. I eat what I want, period. Oh, Paul is a hot mess. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I don't like this. I'm gonna look for the pullback. Mm-mm-mm. She gave away the leftovers, Paul. See how quick she drop you? Let's see. What a push down. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Oh, I'm sorry, Applejacks. Get y'all a link. Maybe they will cook for you. What the hell? Or maybe you could cook for us. I feel like cooking might be your love language. So love us by cooking for us. What's wrong with you? The hell? 3.6. This market is irritating. There's so much effort being put in to try to push down here. Everybody trying to get blocked like trenches. Why? Because we want your cooking, ma'am? Make it make sense, honey. Make it make sense. I don't like being in the kitchen. And it seems like you do. So just cook for us. I don't really see the problem. At all. There is 2,300 volume in this candle. And it's still a fight. And there's positive delta, pretty high positive delta, but the bar's gonna close down. do it later. I wonder what the up down tick delta of this is, if it's a negative delta or a positive. I'm gonna look later. Going to look later. VWAP is there. See you, Apple Jacks. It's cold outside. Go hunt. Girl, we were supposed to hunt when it was warm outside so we could be hibernating with our links. You can't find your link while you're supposed to be hibernating. It's too cold outside for me. We got snow. That's it for me. Paul trying to get the meal. Stop playing with him. All right, since price is kind of doing what I don't want it to do, let me look. My charts might freeze for a second. Oh no, it was positive. So it was positive. Interesting. All right. see, 826. I like on this downward, a slow grind down. On the 5-minute chart, it's like a pullback, but on the 1-minute chart, we're definitely making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, 26. Okay. Oh, finally a breakthrough. 1.2. All right. Oh my goodness. These swings are massive and I just don't have entries, which is very stupidly annoying. We just pushed down almost 200 ticks to push up 200 ticks. Like, what the hell? Look at this. Nice little shallow pullback. Well, kind of. Shallow in ticks, not volume. 200 tick move down, 200 tick move up. Just insane. Took too long. All right, I got 7 minutes left. I'm definitely getting off at 9:45. I think I might switch to a 28 tick chart tomorrow. I think that's the safe spot to be between a 20 and a 32 because the market has been probably too volatile to really work with a 20 right now. So yeah, I'll probably go to a 28 or a 24, one of the two, but there just are not enough reversal bars for me in the 32. Yeah, this would have been a reversal here. attached. All right, it's probably my last trade. All right. Diego, I've never used Replicanto. Before I started using affordable indicators, I used the Apex copier. So I went from the Apex copier to this one. When I was on the market for a trade copier, the biggest reason why I did not choose Replicanto is because at the time, Apex was a white labeled version of Replicanto. So I was not, I didn't want to go basically back to where I just came from, essentially. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, Nutty swears by Replicanto. Um, I would say just, if you are thinking about it in the future, to just look at the features of each and just see if the features matter to you. I know for me personally, that was one of the other reasons why I chose affordable indicators, because I just like the features, the interface, and layout a lot better than Replicanto. It just made things a lot easier for me, but you two are not going to stress me out today. I swear I'm not going to let you. Y'all are crazy. Let me show you let me show you guys the account. So I took 4 trades, won 2, lost 2. I can't really even be mad at that. For a Monday, me going back to order flow, I followed my rules. The only thing I will say is I wish I was on a slightly smaller tick chart just because I would have more reversal bars to work off of. But at the same time, I will say, you guys know my goal is not to take 20 trades in a session or anything like that. I just want to be able to take like 5 to 7, have pretty high quality setups, and leave it at that. So for the first day back on order flow, not too bad. I do, like I said, wonder if up down tick will work better than bid ask now that I'm paying attention to the volume of the swings to see what the momentum is, and the efficiency of the momentum and the all of that in the market before I enter trades. I do wonder, but I'll probably finish my bid ask back test first or conversion first and then go and do the up down tick. But either way, this account here is a fresh account. Just restarted this one. This is the one that I failed so that it would renew last Wednesday, and I just didn't trade it on Wednesday, or Friday. So I just lost $80 per account, which I'm not mad about. I'm not mad at all. Not y'all are innocent. Are you sure? That's really very nice. Just thinking long term. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I will stick with that. I'm cool with that. So what did I say? I hope I can stick to 1 to 2 max. Yeah, I did. I'm actually glad that last trade happened, and I'm glad it won too. But yeah, about this this interface and some of the features, like I don't even use all the features that's in this. I actually don't even know what the mode is. Um, but the biggest thing for me, especially with scalping and with how fast the market can move with me scalping, I love the fact, and I think Replicanto might do this now, but I'm pretty sure Affordable Indicators did this first, where you can have the orders mode where, instead of your followers having this, instead of your followers having market orders, even if you use limit orders on your leader, the followers in orders mode will have their own limit orders. And they did also update very recently. They did some kind of update where now when you're in a trade, I think 3 seconds after you enter or exit a trade, it might be exit. If you exit a trade, after 3 seconds, the copier will scan your accounts to make sure you're not in any trades on your followers. And if you are, it'll close them out. So they've come up with some pretty decent features lately. If you haven't looked at the latest video that they put out maybe a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember when the update was, but it was a video they put out a couple of weeks ago where he showed some of the updates and everything, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, so they I don't know. I one thing I can say about them and why, even though sometimes I get real irritated, when I do deal with the copier issues that I deal with here and there, I will say that he's always looking to improve the software, like literally always. He's a trader himself, so he does a lot of testing and things like that. I think another cool feature, which you can't, I think it only does it on PAs, maybe not. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have it. I must not have it enabled. But there's another mode for PAs where, how, like, let's say you have to have 5 trading days and you've already done your 3 trading days of however much, so the next 2 days you can flip. Or even if you're doing, let's say, a TPT eval, because I think you could do it on evals too, a TPT eval, and you've reached the profit target after 2 days and you just need to flip the last 3 days, they have like a little button where you can do one-click trading, and literally you click it, and any account that you want to one-click trade on, it'll go ahead and put in a micro trade for each of those accounts in and out real quick, just so you can satisfy that and not have to go through like each account and do it. So that's pretty cool too. Accounts, but I don't know if it's easy to use. It honestly, I'll show you, Diego. It's actually easier than it looks. It just looks like difficult because of all the features and stuff. But most things are literally just like a click of a button to turn on and off. And then in the features, in the settings, there's like different settings up and through here. I don't use all of the settings, honestly. And most of these things like colors and stuff, that's all that stuff is default. The only thing you really have to worry about is, oh, this is another cool thing. They tell you what is the last day that they refreshed the prop firms or whatever, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so they have, you can see like a lot of my buttons aren't even clicked on or whatever. But I do also like how you can put, so let's say you have an account, let's see, do I have one? Do I have to put my PAs on? Some features I don't use yet because I'm not trading my PAs. But if you use like the daily loss or daily goal, for instance, you could set a daily goal, and when you do that, whether it could be negative or positive, once you hit it, even if that account is still in your copier to follow the master, and you're still trading on the master account or the leader account, it is not going to put you in trades on the follower. So I do like that. How do I click this? Oh, double click to get it off. There's another feature on here somewhere, and I know I'm overlooking it, but let's say that you requested a payout, but you still want to trade because you have enough of a cushion. you can enter in whatever the payout amount is that you requested, and it'll make sure that you do not trade, like your balance doesn't go below that specific amount, just to make sure that you secure your payout. So it's pretty cool. No, don't buy it now. Oh, well, they do have a sale. But I will say that they'll, by the time you're ready to buy, they should have another sale. I feel like the copier is 40% off quite frequently, honestly, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah, they got a lot of cool features. Let me show you. I'll post this in the chat so you can save it. It was a month ago he did that update? Jeez Louise. Was it really a month? I guess so. Well, can I not? Oh, I can't. For whatever reason, I can't comment on my own damn video. Come on, lady. All right, here you go. YM just went up 100 points. What? Really? Oh, well, seeing as what? Jeez. Well, Nasdaq just went up 300 points, or 300 points, 300 ticks. Goodness gracious. The market always moves when I'm done trading. I am so convinced. So convinced. Like it never fails. Yeah, it should be 40% off unless he ended the sale yesterday. Why did I do that? It said it ended, but you can always try and see. Cause I think I remember when I bought mine, it was still showing even though the sale was over, and I still was able to get it. So yeah. Exactly, Diego. That always happens. ES spike 2. U.S. negotiators will share their view with Russia. Ukraine's president, the new peace plan looks better. Why didn't he say all this while I was trading? I don't understand. What the hell? Anyway, yeah, so if you check it out, if you have questions, just let me know. You could hit me up on Discord. I should be on Discord for the most part today, except when I go to sleep, since I sleep during the day now. But yeah, if you have questions, let me know. And then if I'm not mistaken, if the 40% off doesn't work, let me know, because I think for the affiliates, I feel like we have the ability to give out, I don't know. Just let me know. Do you know if they have a safety feature for 230? Yes, they do. It's right here. The flatten all button. You're welcome. Yeah, so if they're off sync or they reverse, the copier should actually do it for you. So like, let's say that you get into a trade on your leader, you get into a trade, let's say for a buy, and let's say that 2 of your accounts, let's say you're trading like 10 accounts and 2 of them don't get into the buy. So when the leader sells to get out of the buy, most copiers are going to put you into a sell on that other account. But especially if you use the orders mode, it should not happen. Now, if you use the executions mode, you should still end up being put into the trade regardless, because your followers are going to have their own market orders. But if your followers have their own limit orders, you should be okay. You shouldn't get put into the opposite trade. And if you do, it should cancel it out for you. Now, the other thing that you can do, and I'll show you my settings, So this is what works for me. So if I go down to, actually no, that might be a feature of the chart trader, which you have the chart trader, right? Because if you have the chart trader, what you can do is, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's the limit entry cancel ticks. So I use this. So my take profit is 32 ticks. So if price goes 30 ticks without tagging me into the trade, it'll take the orders off of my chart automatically. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to that, but that's part of the chart trader. But yeah, they have a couple of safety features in the accounts dashboard too. Cause I think, isn't it? Exit Shield might be part of it, and Smart Synchronize. I think both of these are part of some of the safety features. I just don't use them. That's all. And I think that there's another. Here it is. So if you trade with Rhythmic, okay. If you trade with Rhythmic is where you might get out of sync more often than Trade Evade. So like, I don't know if when you were watching Nutty, you would ever see where like he is still showing that he's in a trade, but he's really not in a trade. Ninja Trader is just showing that. Usually that happens with Rhythmic accounts and not Trade Evade accounts. So if you have those issues still, this copier will take care of it. So it'll automatically detect and refresh and stuff. And if it sees that happens, it'll take you out of the trade. Taking only limit orders, but I think people advise to use only market orders when copying. Well, Diego, I can tell you that I've been using limit orders while copying, and I personally prefer it because this is my thing. When you have a strategy and you know you have a specific edge, right? So let's say on your open drive trade, you are typically going for, let's say, a 40 tick stop loss and a 40 tick take profit. And you know, based off of data that you've gathered, that 40 ticks is your safe bet when it comes to entering that trade. If you have your leaders have market orders, depending on the volatility of the open, you can end up getting put into the trade 10 ticks away from where your actual entry wants to be. And now you're trying to go for those extra 10 ticks. So now instead of going for 40 ticks, you're technically going for 50 ticks from where your entry initially was. And you can end up losing that trade because now your take profit is further out than where you actually wanted it to be. So I personally prefer limit orders. Are there going to be times where you don't get tagged in? Sure. But most of the time, if I don't get tagged in on my leader, on my follower, I was never tagged in on my leader anyway. So if you use limit orders on your leader and you prefer to have limit orders on your followers, use that mode and don't worry about what those people say. Okay. Don't even worry about it. Don't even. The Lucid Discord is how much he has to make daily to get paid if you don't know. Sounds like that Apex Discord all over again. It's so funny seeing people do stuff like this in other Discords because it just reminds me of why I was so happy when they closed that Apex Discord. Because seeing those kind of questions every day is like, bro, why are you relying on strangers to give you the answers when you can go straight to the website and it tells you exactly what you need to know? It's different if you're asking questions for clarity versus I don't know the answers, so I'm just going to ask somebody. Come on now. Slippage would kill me with market orders. Exactly, Diego. And that's why I use the limit orders. You're welcome. You're welcome, FP Joe. Literally always. Yeah, me too. Listen, the minute I saw that he had this mode on this copier, I knew I was getting it. Because like I said, he was the only one to do it for a long time, but I feel like Replicanto does it now. But yeah, for me, no market orders. Market moves way too fast sometimes. Do I need to make Amelia? Same question, different person, huh? That's all it is. That is literally all it is. I'm actually kind of mad the market's moving a little bit now. But it's still not moving that much. Like, this was a nice little move up, but I could see that the market's trying to like slow down a little bit though. But we are at Friday's point of control, so price might do a little bit of consolidating there. I don't know. All right, I gotta get out of here because I need to journal so I can take my nap. And try to take my nap quickly because my sister's probably going to call me soon. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Diego, if you have more questions, hit me up on Discord. Bye, guys.